Okay, good afternoon, dear students. Now, today we are going to have a very unusual lesson due to the fact that today there will be two teachers, me and Alla Mikulayevna at the lesson, and you will be divided into two teams. As you remember from your previous classes, the topic we are studying now is education. So our aim today is to sum up your knowledge, to share information about educational systems in Great Britain and the United States, and to sum up everything. I also want to present you our experts today, Andrei and Alina. They are pupils, senior pupils from our high professional school, and they will be listening to you very attentively, and then they will summarize, I would say they will make conclusion on this topic. And at the end, they will also hand you out a little test for British team and for American team. And you will have to write it, okay? So let's pretend that you are foreign teams. This team on my right hand is British team, and the team on my left hand, headed by Alla Mikulayevna, is American team. And also be ready for writing composition at home on the topic, which is the educational system which appeals to me more. Okay? So now you are supposed to make a discussion. Is it understood?
Yes.
Before our discussion, as you remember, you had to do some homework. For today, you had to make up sentences for one question while you go to school. Tell me please, who is ready? I hope that everyone is ready. And now we come out to our whiteboard and make up orally your sentences with help of your written cards. Please, who wants to be the first? Come on to the whiteboard and do it.
I go to school to speak with friends.
Thank you very much. Take a seat. Who wants to be the next? I need to see.
I go to school to take part in school life.
Well done. Some more ideas? Who wants else to make up your own sentence? Yours, please.
I go to school to develop talents.
Okay. The next, pick up please.
I go to school to get new facts.
Artyom, please.
I go to school to play sports.
Okay. Who wants to be the next? Please. Okay, who wants to be the next? Marina?
I go to school to make friends.
Света, please.
I go to school to study different subjects.
Someone else, please.
I go to school to get my future professional.
Very interesting idea. And not, please.
I go to school to learn English.
Okay, that's it. I see that you very. Oh, excuse me, Roma, please.
I go to school to have different kinds of activities.
Maybe someone else? Nice,
I go to school to see my teacher.
Thank you very much. I see that you are very creative people and you are ready for today, I hope. And now let's start our discussion. Please, we want to listen questions from Marina Alexandrina's team. Please.
Who wants to be the first?
Who wants to answer questions to Marina Alexandrina's team? Please. Karina.
I know there are 3 main systems in grade 6: comprehensive, selective, and pivot on. Can you tell us about the comprehensive system?
Who wants to answer? Please, Nasta.
Okay, more than 90% of children who stay in schools in England and Wales go to schools in comprehensive system, a system introduced in 1960s. Children go to a primary or first school at the age of 5.
If you want to get some more information, you can just look at it and to read. Okay.
Do you have the selective system? If yes, describe it, please.
Who wants to answer? Maxim, please.
Yes, of course. In some areas of Britain, you can still find a different and older system of education, introduced in 1944. This is selective system. Children are selected for certain school according to their abilities. All children go to a primary school until at the age of 11. They then take examination called the 11 class. Those who are successful go to a grammar school where they receive a more academic.
Thank you, Maxim. Any more questions?
I want.
Please.
I've got a pupil from Brighton. He goes to private school. What is it like?
Who wants to answer? Please.
About 7% of children go to a private school. There are 3 levels of private schools. Primary school, age 4 to 8, and preparatory schools, it's age 8 to 13. At age of 13, children take an examination. If they pass, they go to public school, where they usually remain until they are 18. Many preparatory and public schools are boarding schools. The children live in the school during the school's terms. Be careful, as source these schools are called public, they are in fact private, and it can be very expensive to send your child to such a school.
Thank you very much. What is your school day like?
We go to school from Monday to Friday. School starts at 9 o'clock. There is 20 minutes at 10:30. After the second lessons, we stop for lunch at 1 o'clock. A few people go home, but most of youth eat at school. Some of my friends bring sandwich, but I am lunch in the canteen. Afternoon lessons start at 1:45 and finish at 3:45. After school, I do sport. In our school, you can also join the music group or belong to a club. The basketball club is very popular. When I get home, I have to do my homework. We are studying some subject and have some lessons until we are 14. At 14, we choose the subject we want to do for the national GCSE exams.
Thank you very much. Any more questions?
Can I?
Please.
What are GCSE exams?
Who wants to answer? Please, Leslie.
The public examination taken by British school children are GCSEs, the general certification of secondary education. Pupils usually take GCSEs at the age of 16. Some children take 3 or 4. Others take as many as 10 or 11. Pupils who have passed their GCSEs might remain at school for another 2 years and take their A advanced levels exams. All grammar and most comprehensive schools have a sixth form, where pupils study for their A-levels. Any student who wants to go to university needs to pass at least 2 or 3 A-levels. Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am.
I want to add something.
Okay.
Well, in Britain, children aged 16 take GCSE exams between May and June. They get the results in August. The exam grades from A to G. Students can leave school at 16 if they want to. Students who do well in their GCSE exams often go to study for A-levels in 3 or 4 subjects. They take the A-level exam at the age of 18. Many of them then go to the college or university. Well, I'm doing 8 subjects. I have to study English and math and choose French, physics, biology, chemistry, and art and design, and IT. My best friend choose different subjects, so we don't have many lessons together anymore, even though we are still in the same form. We also do PE, but there isn't a PE exam.
Okay, thank you, Anya. Thank you, British team, for your answers. Do you have any questions? No questions. So we have brought with us a short film about our British educational system. And they say that it's better 1 time to see than 7 times to hear. So now I want our opponents to watch this film on our screen, please, and listen to it attentively.
Do you go to school on Saturdays? Do you wear a uniform? Do you like school? Well, in this programme we look at British schools and British students.
Most children start primary school at the age of 5. Then, at 11, they go to secondary school. All children stay at secondary school to the age of 16. And at 16 in England, they take GCSE examinations. That is, the General Certificate of Secondary Education. After these exams, about 30% of students leave school. The others usually study 3 subjects for 2 more years, and then take A-levels, or advanced level examinations. About 20% of 18-year-olds go to university. They usually leave home and go to a university in a different town or city. Another 20% go on to other kinds of education and training.
This is the John Mason School in Abingdon, near Oxford. Students go to school from Monday to Friday, and school starts at 9 o'clock. Hurry up, it's nearly 9 o'clock. Most schools are mixed. They're for boys and girls. And at most secondary schools, the students wear a uniform. This is the first class of the day. It's maths. That's a bit difficult. On average, there are about 22 students in a secondary school class, and about 27 are in a primary school class.
Science, of course. And foreign languages. Many British school children only learn a foreign language from the age of 11. Most students study French. Other popular languages are Spanish and Italian. They also study other subjects, like information technology, history, geography, English literature, and religion.
Students have lessons in the morning and then a break of an hour for lunch. Some go home for lunch, some bring sandwiches with them, and some eat here in the school canteen. What's on the menu today?
Chips and beans.
There are classes in the afternoon, and school finishes at about 4 o'clock.
After school, some students do other activities, like sport. Football's very popular, but so are other games, like netball, rugby, and badminton.
And some students learn music. Daniela plays the violin. She's good. Oh, thank you. I'm not. "92% of British schools are state schools. That means they're free. The government pays, not the parents.
8% of schools are independent. The parents of these students pay for their education. Some of these independent schools are boarding schools. The students don't live at home during term time, they live at the school. And some of these schools have very traditional uniforms. These boys are from Eton, a very famous independent school near Windsor. What do British students really think about their schools?
I think school is great. I like school most of the time. I really like history and art. I love art and drama. I don't like geography. I don't like French. Homework's okay. I don't like homework. I really hate homework. School food's alright sometimes. I love school food.
Well, what do you think? Are British schools good? Or do you prefer your school?
Our opponents, thank you very much for your information. And now we would like to tell you some interesting facts and information about the educational system of the United States of America. And now we will answer for your questions. And please, whose question will be the first? Who wants to be the first? Don't be shy. Please, Oleh.
This education is USA free or compulsory?
You have any help?
Education in the USA is free and especially for children aged 5 to 16 only.
Not that. Okay. We are ready to listen to the next, please.
Does the USA have a national system of education?
Very interesting. Nico, please, you.
Education is considered a matter of for the people of each state. As a result, each of the 50 states legislatures is free to determine its own system of its own public school. School board made up of several individuals elected from each community, oversee the school in each community.
Very interesting. Okay, the next question. Karina, please.
Can you give us a short description of the educational system?
Very useful information, please, Luba.
Most schools start at the kindergarten level at the age of 5. The elementary school goes from age 6 to 11 or 12. This is usually followed by a middle school or junior high school. High school include 3 or 6 years, usually until the age of 18. There is almost always required subjects, and sometimes students and more advanced level can choose some subjects. Pupils who do not often have to repeat courses or attend summer support classes, which are also called make-up or remedial classes.
Very well. Next question, Artyom.
Tell us please about the peculiarity of kindergartens and elementary school.
Oneself, Marina.
Free public education begins with kindergarten class or 5 year olds. These usually have a class 2 or 3 hours long. Also, some communities around the kindergarten process. The primary purpose of kindergarten is socialization, but the students also gain informational skills. For example, they learn to identify colors, count to 10, print their names, work with art supplies, listen to stories, and enjoy games. After kindergarten, American children begin their academic students.
Okay, do you have any question? No? Who wants to answer the question? Please.
What is the difference between elementary and the high school?
This one class.
The first academic institution that a student attends is called elementary school or grammar school. In some school systems, elementary school includes kindergarten through 8th grade and the next year, large in different school buildings are called high school. In other school systems, the subdivision called junior high school or middle school, which usually includes grades 6 through 8, but in some communities it includes grades 4 or 5 through 8, and in other grades 7 through 9.
Who wants to be the next?
What kinds of exams are there in the USA?
What about exams? I don't know.
The last test for high school students who wish to attend a college or university. The SAT attempts to measure aptitude in various and mathematical fields. The American coaching testing in English, mathematics, social and mathematical skills. Each year, the western part of the U.S. is taken by 2 million high school students. The S is used in the western part. The U.S. is taken by another million school students. The test used by university as standards for comparison.
Thank you very much. Please, the next question, Tim.
Can you tell us some information about working day of American business?
The typical school days is about 7 hours long and ends at 3 p.m. Classes are in session Monday through Friday. Traditional vacation periods includes a 2-week winter vacation, a 1-week spring vacation, and a 2-month summer vacation. In addition, there are 71-day holidays during student days of the summer. Children going to public elementary school usually attend school in their neighborhood. In big city, many children live close enough to walk to and from school and come home for lunch. However, most elementary schools provide a place where students can eat if it's inconvenient for them to go home at lunchtime.
Can you please who has additional information about this text, please?
American students do not change the shoes before entering the publish and many schools have individual lockers for the student. Not communal cloakrooms. Before classes starts, most American students go to the so-called homeroom. With a homeroom, teacher who takes attendance and makes announcements. But after that, students are on their own, which means you may attend history with one friend and math. with another, but in secondary schools they do not travel in groups where Ukrainian students do.
Thank you very much. We also have brought a very interesting fragment about educational system in United States of America, and please be very attentive, please.
Junior Maria Castro is a student at the mostly Latino Carl Hayden High School in Phoenix, Arizona. The average family here makes less than $30,000 a year.
Maria, what is the ratios of the 45?
The 1, and the radical 2.
The 1 and 1, radical 2. Beautiful thing, right?
Maria wants a career that pays well and is pushing herself and her school to get it.
I was like, well, why isn't anybody challenging me? I mean, I would do a whole week's lesson in a class period. And I was just like, okay, this is too simple for me. It's like, okay, what's next?
Do you worry that when you go off to college, you're not going to be prepared to compete?
Yeah, and especially like just example, English, we're learning how to capitalize and when to capitalize. I mean, that's things that my little sister should be learning, you know?
It's because more than half of the 2,200 students at Maria's school don't pass statewide tests in reading and math.
When they come to school, they come at the 4th grade reading level and behind in math, so we really have a lot of catching up to do.
Guitar player Brian Whitehead is from middle-class Seymour, Tennessee. This senior is about to become a programmer on his school's brand new robotics team.
I guess I'm a nerd. I've got all the honors classes, got Scholars Bowl, band, jazz band, and now robotics tack onto that. National Honor Society. I guess I just do all the higher level education things. Should we connect them side to side or?
Brian wants to get into a top engineering school, but already he's at a disadvantage.
Are there classes that you are not able to take because they're not offered in the school that you'd like to take?
I guess any AP classes at all.
There's no AP classes here.
There's no AP anything.
Advanced placement.
Right.
No choice. Not biology, chemistry, physics, history.
Nothing.
Advanced placement classes give a leg up to students who want to get into top colleges. Brian hasn't taken one. Sophomore Sean Patel is from upper middle class Montgomery, New Jersey. The son of Indian immigrants, Sean is already taking 2 AP classes, which leaves him little time for his favorite hobby, dancing.
I'm taking Pre-Calc Honors, Spanish 4, AP US History 1, AP Statistics, English Honors, and Chemistry Honors. And then after school, I have Boy Scouts, robotics, and dance.
So AP classes, honors classes, a full slate of after-school activities, and how much homework every night?
Like 2 to 4 hours, usually.
That sounds like you're swamped. Do you feel pressure?
Well, I mean, I get stressed, but the thing is, it was my choice to take all these classes. It's my choice to do extracurriculars.
In the U.S., students have a choice, and most choose not to take the tough math and science classes. But in most industrialized countries, classes like chemistry and physics aren't optional. It's one reason why out of 34 countries, American students rank 17th in science, 25th in math. Shanghai, China, Finland, South Korea, Slovakia, Canada, Australia, Estonia, Ireland, Belgium. That's just the partial list.
Singapore?
Who are ahead of us?
Yeah.
Why does it matter that we're number 17 and 25?
We should be leading the world in education. And one generation ago we did. One generation ago we had the highest % of college graduates in the world.
Okay, thank you for your team, American team. And now I want to remind to everyone about our experts. Now they will summarize and compare information about educational system in Great Britain and the United States of America. And also I want to draw your attention to our screen where you can see a table where you can see the difference between the educational system in UK and US. Okay?
Different
difference in the organization of education in Britain and America leads to different terms. One crucial word school is used in overlapping the different ways. A place of education young children is a school in both varieties. But a public school in Britain is in fact a private school. It's a free-paying school not controlled by the local education authority. The free local authority school in America is a public school. The American grade school has a BA near equivalent of elementary school. But whereas an American can say, standard is a pretty good school, the word school in BA is never used to refer to a university or other college of higher education. In American high school, students graduate. A British secondary school, pupils, never students, leave school. To graduate is possible only from university, polytechnic or college of education in Britain usage. Graduating entails taking a degree. British universities have 3 terms. American universities has 2 semesters. British university students take 3 years in the typical case to get his degree. They are known the first, second and final years. The American university students typically takes 4 years, known as freshman, sophomore, junior and senior years.
Thank you, Alina, and Andrei, please.
While he's studying the American major in a particular subject, but also take electives. The British students usually takes a main and subsidiary subjects. The British term honors degree signifies that the students specialize in one main subject and a subsidiary subject. The American students earn credits for successfully completing a number of self-contained courses of study. The credits eventually reach the total needed for him to receive a degree. There is no counterpart to credit system in British higher educational at present. The British student who has already taken a first degree is a postgraduate. The American requirement is a graduate. In American universities, those who teach are known as the faculty, and in Britain they are the staff.
Okay, thank you very much. And now we're ready for a test. My British team is supposed to do the task about American educational system, and the American team is supposed to do the task about British educational system. So please hand out the papers to them, and here in these papers you have just to insert the words from the boxes into the text. Okay, I want to explain something for you. Here you have part A and part B. This team is supposed to do only part A about British educational system, and my team, British team, is supposed to do this part B. You have frame, and in this frame you have words. So you have to insert these words in the sentences to make up a test, okay? You have 5 minutes. Good luck. have you finished?
Yes.
Okay, please, our experts collect the paper. Yes.
Дім, то ж не буду в період віддавати на слово. Щоб все заповнено було, понял. Так, коротше.
Думаєш, не думав?
Today we have a very interesting discussion on the term education in Great Britain and in the United States of America. We have to know very interesting information and facts about this term. And as discussion shows, that everyone know about lexical materials, about interesting facts. Also, you can put different questions, and maybe someone has some problems with pronunciation, maybe someone is very shy, maybe someone was incorrect in some words, but I'm happy because I think that we unite today on this topic, and everyone can see you on the best side. And thank you very much for your attention. And one moment, we will put your marks as soon as our experts check your marks. Thank you very much.
Okay, and one more thing, don't forget about your composition, the name of which I have already announced at the beginning of our class. Here it's written on the whiteboard, the educational system which appeals to me more. I think now you have more ideas than at the beginning of our class. So good luck, see you.
Bye. Bye. Bye.